Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Hokkaiden Gaijin. My name is Andrew Tormenti and today I'm going to be doing exactly what I said in my last video where I'd be continuing off with tiering the convenience stores. As you guys can see, we've got 6 of the convenience stores right down here below. There's also one that's not on here that I'm going to be pointing out as well that I'll be tiering myself, and I'm going to talk about each one of these convenience stores as well. So let's go ahead and get started. And how am I going to be tiering these? I'm going to base them off a few things. I'm going to base off of products and hot food as well. It's just overall my personal enjoyment with staff and other things that go on. And we're going to go ahead and start with Seiko Mart because we talked about it a lot in the last video. And I would place Seiko Mart kind of the solid bar. It's a B. And I talked about it in my last video, so if you guys want to see why or what the kind of thing Seiko Mart has, please go ahead and check out my last video. I love how it has a lot of unique products. At the same time, there isn't really anything grasp me, I guess. I do like a lot of the cool products, but at the same time, the hot food's okay, it's standard, and the hot food's not even in every single convenience store. It's only in certain ones if it's got the Hot Chef logo with the, you know, the neat little cow on it. But other than that, it's standard. It's fine. It's kind of the bar, and you know, when I get back to Japan, I might go back through these and redo my tier list based on some of these, and some of these I've barely even gone to, or I've only gone one time. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and say we're doing these 3 last. 7-Eleven, Lawson, and Family Mart we will be doing last, just because, I mean, those are like the big 3. So go ahead and do Daily Yamazaki D. I've only been to Daily once, and it just didn't wow me at all. I don't remember if there was a hot section in there for like hot foods, but it's fine. I can't complain that much, but at the same time, it's just legit bare minimum in my opinion. Mini Stop, same situation. I've been there like once. It's okay. I would even put it at a C. It's, once again, not very memorable. I can't think off the top of my head much about that convenience store. It's just meh, I suppose. And maybe I'll go back when I get back to Japan and kind of see if there really is something special about them, but I don't think so. That's not on here, but I went to pretty much daily was New Days. It's the one that's kind of owned by the JR Rail Company, so you'll see it at a lot of train stations. Every time I got off the train when I was on my way to work, right there, and I never really tried their hot food, but it's a pretty solid convenience store. My problem with it, though, is man, is it pricey, and they can jack up the prices because, you know, it's at the train station, so they're going to, and it's, you know, it was fine. I had some good food, had good snacks, but like I said, at the end of the day, it was a little high end on the price. Some of the raffles that they did were also pretty cool. I won a raffle actually once with my, I mean, you've seen in some of my videos, my Asuka figure that I have from Evangelion when that new movie was coming out. I won something from there that was pretty cool. But that's about it for New Days. I'll just slap it on the, we'll say B. It's definitely a B tier, right below Seiko Mart in my opinion, but nothing much else other than that. So now we're going to get into really the big meat of the video. These first 3 I kind of just got out there because Daily I've only been 1, Mini Stop I've only been 1, New Days kind of had a good story, and then Seiko Mart I talked about a lot in my last video. So we're going into the holy trinity of convenience stores. So first, we'll do the lesser of the 3. I don't want to say lesser because I actually like all these for different reasons. I'm gonna go ahead and say nothing's an S tier. None of these 3 are an S tier. There's one that's close to S tier, but none of them make it there, and because they all have their faults at the end of the day. But probably the one that's got the one that's mostly just because it's not really memorable, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, is Family Mart. So Family Mart is the 3rd place A tier, and it might be influenced by the Family Mart that I particularly had next to my house. It just was lacking in a lot of certain products. I like to have some sours, sometimes some sour alcoholic drinks, and they were just very limited on selection. And like I said, that might just be the particular one I was going to, but I mean, if that's what it reflects on the other ones, nah. Now their hot food, fantastic. Family Chicky, enough said. Oh gosh, I love Family Chicken, but there's actually a hot food and convenience store that are like more than that. And once again, it's not 7-Eleven. And I guess I can kind of tell you what's going on. But at the end of the day, Family Mart, very solid convenience store. I mean, it was the one next to my home in Yokohama, and I loved it. But at the same time, very limited in some of the different items, at least selections of different drinks and stuff. Which, I mean, I guess you can guess my number 2. I'm going to go ahead and rank these two. So my number 2 is Lawson. And my number 1 is, of course, the wonderful 7-Eleven. And I'll go over in a second why. So Lawson, we'll first talk about Lawson. Lawson has the best hot food of any convenience store. Fight me on it. And I know a lot of people would make a comparison that Family Mart is the one that actually has the best hot food because the Family Chiki is supreme. But I'm going to be honest, I love me some karaage-kun. And I love me that karaage chicken. I love that. And they, before Family Mart did it, Lawson, they sold these buns separately, which is, for one thing, finding a hamburger or a chicken sandwich bun is super rare in Japan for some reason. You just don't find them at the stores typically, but they had them. Oh, they had them. And you could buy it with the Lawson chicken and make your own little sandwiches. And I did that for some mornings, but my biggest gripe, Lawson, which Family Mart just beats it. Family Mart, solid prices. 7-Eleven, not bad. Lawson, go die in a hole. Gosh, Lawson is so expensive when it comes to convenience stores. Their food is expensive, and they're actually a little bit more higher in calories than the other two. And man, but it's good. The food is good, but my big problem with Lawson and why it's not my number 1 is it's pretty expensive. I mean, frickin' man, the little chicken is just frickin' adorable. But that does leave my number 1 convenience store, of course, the glorious, wonderful 7 & Holdings, or 7-Eleven. And 7-Eleven, why they're the best? They have just the most variety of all kinds. You got your food, you got your snacks, you got your games even, you've got your contests and your raffles, you've got everything at 7-Eleven. The one thing that keeps it from S tier, and you've heard me complain about it before, is the stupid hot food. And now, the hot food might actually be overall fine, but I got sick from it once, and I just have never looked back. It's been something that actually has stuck with me, and I just kind of have a bad kind of memory in my mind that just reminds me every time I look at that hot food thinking, maybe that chicken would be good. I just remember that time you puked in your toilet when you first got to Japan? But for a while, I was doing a lot of my grocery shopping at 7-Eleven because I was very shy going out and exploring my town a little bit when I first got to Sapporo, and even though there was literally a grocery store 5 minutes down the road, I was too scared, and I was just going out of convenience stores because it was, well, convenient. I didn't like cooking at the time. I do like cooking a little bit more now, but I mean, they got microwavable food, they've got stuff already cooked for you, so why not just go to 7-Eleven? I had a Seiko Mart the other way, but at the time, I knew what 7-Eleven is because of America, it's there as well, and I genuinely did like a lot of the stuff that you could get for your microwave or stuff you can get to cook at home, and the drink selection was phenomenal. But, yeah, no, the hot food, please, no. Even the french fries, I think they were subpar compared to, like, Lawson's or Family Mart's. But, I mean, other than that, this is my tier list. What are your tiers of your convenience stores? I'll put the link of the description and below to make your own. What are your favorite convenience store foods that you would like to try if you haven't been to Japan? I would love to know them. Please put them in the comments below. Well, please hit this video with a like if you did enjoy it. And other than that, please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content from the Hokkaiden Gaijin, especially coming up when I'm actually going to Japan. I have a lot more stuff coming pretty soon, and I'm super excited to show you guys. And we are really close to 50 subscribers. As me recording this video, it's 2, so we might even already be there. But once again, thank you guys so much for tuning into my content, and I will see you guys next time.